Knicks family, welcome back to the God of Knicks podcast. I'm your host, Apollo Reed. I'm here with my brother Andre Jalil. We got Joe from TFE here. Rick is here in spirit. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't be here tonight, but we got what we got tonight. Yeah, Ricky. Ricky.
Is that you?
Shout out to Ricky.
Rick?
I'm gonna try to. I got big shoes to fill, but I'm gonna try to fit. I hope I don't let you guys down.
Nah, don't worry. Don't worry. You be all right, man. We good. But so pardon me if I keep clearing my throat. I lost my voice screaming at that game. The Knicks beat the Wizards 106-102. It was the tale of two halves, like for real. Like it was a terrible first half.
Yo, the Knicks looked like a G League team the first half.
Yeah, man. It was.
They were bricking everything. Nobody could knock anything. They didn't look like they was interested.
Right.
It was like they walked in like they thought they was just going. We won the last one. We're gonna walk up in here and just and win this one too. That's what their attitude was.
Yep.
You know, they were jogging down the court. It was like, come on, B.
It was bad because it was to the point where even Alfred was looking more efficient than everybody else out there, and I'm like, damn, when Alfred's looking good, that's how you know it's not really nothing's really.
Yeah, the leak outs, bro. They had like maybe 5 or 6 of those just leak outs where they was just like cherry picking down. I'm like, yo, where's the transition D? Like, it was crazy, man. I was sitting here, I was beside myself.
Nah, there was a play where Beal went up. No, was it even Beal? No, I think it might have been Hachimura or Beal. It was a fast break, and Julius was right behind him at the rim, and he just like stopped and let him go up. And I'm like, bro, like. Take that foul, bro.
Let me tell you something.
You know what I'm saying?
Let me tell you something.
If anything.
But first of all, really quick, I don't know who that 5'11" dude is. I don't know where he came from or where he played basketball. But I was like, yo, who is this guy? And this is always what the Knicks do. They just let some nobody come in there. Yo, what's his name? Didn't box him out after that free throw. You saw he got his own rebound from after missing the free throw and then put it back.
Yeah.
What guy you talking about? Matthews?
I don't
talking about
Nito. Yo, Josh, I wanted to vomit because quickly didn't go in there and he didn't go in there and box him out. You know, the dude who's right behind him supposed to run in front of him, make sure he don't get the rebound.
Yeah,
that's exactly. And coach called timeout. I'm like, yo, these dudes is in here like. But here's the thing, you see it all the time. The Knicks look horrible, and they'll be within 5 points.
Yeah, exactly. All season long.
Yeah, and that like that. It's like the Knicks have this thing where they could turn it up. Like if it means something, they could do it. That's my thing. Ain't no excuse for these dudes. Like these dudes could play. Like when they get that defense, man. Look, they turned it up on them. They had to get Westbrook out there because they started to catch up when Westbrook and Beal was out. They put him back. It ain't matter. It was too late.
We're gonna talk about Westbrook a little bit later, y'all.
Oh yeah, Westbrook.
Yo, he was trying to hack on RJ. You seen him?
He tried. He got up in his.
They was trying to play rough. Both of them. Everybody was trying to play rough on RJ. It looked like tonight. They were playing rough with him.
See, and okay. Let's not start there yet.
All right, what you want?
All right, let's not start there. First off, we're gonna show respect to my man Burks. My man Burks was hot from the start. He was the only one that really was going.
What they said? 4th straight game with 20+ points, or 5th?
20+ points, yeah, man.
The half-baked superstar. Shout out to the half-baked superstar.
For real. He was almost a superstar, but it was like, yo, he ain't finished. Yeah, I took him up the oven too fast. You know what I'm saying?
Terry said they only cooked them. Terry and Trey said they only cooked them 73%.
His elevator don't go to the top floor.
It's funny because it's like he has the talent of a star player, but his body just don't match that of a star player.
He got the Kenny the Jet knees. You see him? He does. I always feel like if his legs was like more built, like stronger looking, that dude be quicker or something.
He said the Kenny the Jet knees, bro.
Yo, he's not me. Like he pigeon-toed out there. You see him?
Nah,
I don't even know what that means, but it's funny as hell.
You never seen the Kenny the Jet knees?
Yo, you ever seen Kenny the Jet run? You know how he go back on TNT and he run back to the scoreboard?
Yeah.
Look at his knees. They always tease him about that. And whenever I see him now, I'll be like, yo, was I looking when he was playing? Like, was his legs always like this? And I feel
I
like
mean,
Burks is either Burks is like pigeon-toed, like super hard, or he's like what?
yeah, but Kenny had crazy bounce back
Hold
in his
on,
day.
hold on.
That's why I wonder how his legs look when he was playing.
I'm sorry, y'all. This is the God Up Knicks podcast, but damn, so I go on Google, right?
You put Kenny the Jet
And
knees.
I type in Kenny Smith knees, right? Yo, why they got bad images?
Yo,
Yo,
I swear he got Kenny the Jet knee. Look at these. Look, I'm pointing at it like y'all can see me. Look at him with the white T-shirt and the gray pants next to the lady's face.
Oh no! Oh my God!
They be getting on him. Look at those joints, B.
Yo, Jason touch it like that.
Yo, how was he ever like a professional athlete with those knees?
Nah, bro.
I'm dying, yeah. I'm dying.
Hold on.
Now that you've seen it, Joe?
I see it.
You see it in him when he run. I be like, yo, he look like his knees gonna bump when he run.
Yo, my bad. New York legend, by the way.
Yeah.
Shout out to Kenny Smith. Boy, oh boy.
Championship player.
Yeah, so Burks with the Kenny knees. You know what I'm saying?
I like him. He's stepping up. He looking like he the leader out there.
Yeah, man. This is what we wanted him to do when we first got him. You know what I mean? And then he had that injury with his ankle, and he was out for like 14 games with like an ankle injury. But it wasn't really that many games. But the verdict has been he can't stay healthy. You know what I'm saying? Like he's a very good player, and that ties into why I was saying that he has the talent, but he doesn't have the body. It's not only does his body just not have the makeup of a star, but he just can't stay healthy for a long time. Like that's been his track record wherever he goes. Very good player, great for the locker room, chemistry. But if he can play a full season for you is the question. You know what I'm saying? But Burks, he's been balling, man. He's really been balling from the jump. I'm happy for him. It's been about time because we were getting tired.
Four straight games with 20 points.
Man, it's been 20.
When he's bad though, like it's really like rough.
It's really bad. But he looked like he's trying more. He had 27 tonight.
Yo, hold on. Shout out to my boy Dave. My boy Dave is watching. He sent me a gif of Kenny Smith running to the board. Oh my God, yo, we shouldn't have done that. That was crazy.
Yeah. He got let me see it. I gotta see it.
Hold on, let me see. Look, you went like this. Yeah, I can see.
Not yet. Oh, okay. Yo, are they doing that to him?
Oh no,
yeah. Man, yo, shout out Dave. Shout out, bro. Like that's good. That's good stuff right there. So anyway, all right, let's focus. So RJ Barrett had a good game, a good fourth quarter, I'll say.
I would say third, fourth quarter. I said like that. The end of the third, you could see that he wasn't trying to lose this game.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I even said in the live thread on the site, like on the frozen envelope, like, yo, this kid want this game badly. Like when he had the putback to end the third.
Oh my God.
You seen how fired up he was. He usually don't show too much emotion. But tonight you could tell he wanted this game and he knew how important this game was.
And I tweeted about that. I said RJ never shows this kind of emotion. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's been his calling card is to be calm and collected and be, chill and humble. But sometimes, you know what I mean, your teammates might even want to see more than that. You know what I mean? So I think it's very important for him to get fired up like that a little bit more often. When he starts screaming, yelling at them, let's go. I've never seen him do that before.
Me either.
Never. I've never seen him yell at his teammates saying, let's go, slapping everybody, hands and all that, getting crazy. And I was like, okay. Like, it looked like he woke up at that moment. Right. It didn't look like he was trying to wake them up. It looked like he woke up at that moment. And then after that moment,
that's what happened. Like you said, even after the reach around from Taj.
Yeah, Taj said
those free throws.
he whispered something in his ear after he was frustrated, and after that, it was just like he was just he. Oh, you laugh? He's laughing because what happened, Drake?
It just when he whispered in his ear, it reminded me of that part. What's that at the movie with the monkeys? And he said something to him.
Who Planet of the Apes?
Yeah,
I'm crying.
he whispered some shit to him.
He said season is home.
Yeah. Hey,
Yo, so nah. See, first of all, we are way off.
I can't breathe, yo.
Yo, but why it looked like that's why it felt like that's what happened. Yo, he was.
Oh my god.
Yo, nah. See, and then I started laughing because I think about all of the memes they attached to that.
They did mad shit with that joint right there.
Yo, nah, the joint that had me dying. It was like, there's always the uncle at the barbecue saying, and then he got that meme. He's like, let me borrow about $20. Yo, he said me borrow about $20 to the mall. Like, you ain't gonna get that.
Oh my god.
You ain't getting the $20 back.
Oh, you know, you see that uncle once a year at one cookout.
At one cookout. Oh my god!
Yeah, with the real serious ball like $20. Yo, but after he did that, man, because you know I'm behind on the game. So when you started, I try not to look at the text because I can hear him coming through.
Yeah.
And I know y'all ahead of me because y'all put my daughter to sleep. Like halftime is typically the time I put her to bed. So after like the second quarter, I'm behind.
Okay.
And so depending on how fast she go to sleep, you know, it depends on how much time I miss. Sometimes she go right to sleep. I'm like only 10 minutes behind. So when Joshua started tweeting, he started texting on me. And when I looked and I saw what he was like, yo, he must have whatever he said to him. And I was just like, now I got to see what he did. He started scoring in the paint. He was going after it even when he did miss.
Mm-hmm.
He was going. He just saw he took it up a notch, and that's why I was noticing. I was like, this is almost like the playoff game for him. Mm-hmm. They wanted to because we swept them for the season. The Knicks is better than the Wizards.
Yeah,
flat out. There's no question about it.
Even with Bradley Beal and Russell.
With Bradley Beal and Russell Westbrook, because I'm looking at it like, all right, these dudes. Because when the way it looked, we down 17. We was down 17 in the third. Right?
Yeah.
Yo, and RJ Barrett came out there. And you see him, he was going after it because he didn't have a good shooting game. He did end up knocking the three down.
Yeah, in the corner, that one was needed. It was timely too. Very timely.
Yeah, he was knocking down his free throws. So you know, and they were beating him up. Len was in there just beating him up, roughing him up. I saw Bradley Beal with that foul when he flexed on him.
He flexed on him.
Yeah,
and you always said, and not to just try to get at you or anything. But you did always say he shot away from the stars.
This was the game where he didn't do that.
This is the game where he was like, actually, I think it happened the first time that they played against the Sixers. Because I think he really, really wanted to get back at Ben Simmons because of what he did the first time.
That's what this dude needs. That's what he needs. If that's what it takes for RJ Barrett, I want everybody to get in his face.
Yeah.
Actually, I think the first game I seen it was the Pacers game.
Well, every Pacers game really, because he averaged.
But that game was they played that game for fourth place right before the break.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. That's when Sabonis gave up that game for them. Yeah,
I seen something with him that night. Like obviously Julius don't get all the credit, but I thought RJ was amazing in that game as well.
He was the perfect.
This is what has to happen with RJ, because RJ to me. Some games he's on, some games he's off. And every player is going to have an off game. But you know how Russell Westbrook was like averaging triple doubles? Mm-hmm. When he comes out every night and you're like, it's Russell Westbrook every night. RJ need to have those. He can't have these games with. Because look, we looked horrible. Julius was like 2 for something at one point. What was he?
2 for 13.
He was like 2 for 13. Like, so what's up? Somebody got to step up.
And RJ was like, I think RJ was 4 for 15 or something like that at one point.
Yeah, they said they were combined like 3 for something. It was some crazy number. And I was like, this is out of control.
Yeah.
But RJ ended up stepping up. I don't know where you want to take it with that. Yeah.
Well, Randall had an off night. We kind of touched on that a little bit. He had 13 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists. What was his shooting numbers? He shot 5 for 16 from the field, 1 for 5 from 3. And I guess
2 big shots down the stretch though.
2 big shots down the stretch. And I mean, if he didn't hit those 2 big shots, then he's what, 13 of 14, 3 of 14? That's
14.
That's a lot. That's a lot worse than 5 of 16. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so
it looks 5 of 16 looks a lot better on paper.
Yeah, it looks a lot better. I mean, the last game, Westbrook was 3 for 14 from the field. Tonight he was 3 for 15. So I mean, like
Westbrook, I think Westbrook was 6 for 29 in these 2 games, and I think they said Bill was 14 and 38.
Bill still looked better.
But I'm not gonna lie.
But 14 for 38 in 2 games and 6 for 29. That's what we did to their 2 stars.
Yeah, we did that.
So all of those people, I gotta say this. All those people, because you might remember, Cap, at the beginning of the season, a lot of people were saying that the Knicks defense wasn't legit. They were saying that they were giving up open shots, and that when teams start making those open shots, their defense is gonna decline.
Right.
Well, here we are in game 45 now.
Mm-hmm.
We still gonna say the defense not real?
Nah,
the defense is legit, yo. 42 points in the second half after giving up 60 in the first half. We held down 2 very dynamic players in 2 straight games, shut them down.
And usually a team figures out how to get past what you did the first time.
Yeah.
That's not what happened. That's not what happened at all.
But this is why I feel like the Knicks are a good team, because like you said, what those people have been saying, they have been giving up a lot of threes. That was always my biggest thing with the Knicks. Years past, they always got somebody who could shoot, leaving them open.
Right.
Like if the Knicks did that, like they'd probably be even better on D. And I don't know why it happens. It seems like no matter what coach we have, and I feel like it's a mental lapse on the player's part when it happens here and there. Like it just sometimes you always gonna have a player open. It's always gonna happen.
Remember what I told you though? Dre?
What's that?
I think that some of the scheme of the defense is they're willing to give up certain kinds of threes.
Yeah, but some people, a lot of times I see they got we'll be playing what's Trey Young. Why the fuck is Trey Young ever open? You know what I mean?
Trey Young can't be open.
That's what I'm saying. So you have him, sometimes you have somebody, and they keep trying to help. So the thing I don't like is when you have a defender like Reggie Bullock defending, do not help him. Let him stay, let him defend his player. Outside of that, like you said, they still legit defense. What they said, we got the top defense. I don't know what the numbers are now. If we still the top defending team. But a night like tonight,
regardless.
A night like tonight, we proved that down 17, and with 2 stars. Like I don't care what you say, how bad they playing. They had 2 stars.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They were looking good until we came back.
They wasn't even looking good before that though.
But they never really looked good.
Right? Now, I'm gonna be honest. Like that's kind of why I wasn't that worried, because as bad as we look, they didn't look any better. And I said, all right, at some point, we're not going to keep playing this bad. There's no way we're going to shoot this bad this entire game. And there's no way that they're going to keep the energy that they have for the entire game. It's not going to happen.
What were you saying, Joe, that you said you wanted to get into Westbrook? Is that what you wanted to say about it, Westbrook, when you said we get into
Westbrook? Russell Westbrook. This dude is a mess, yo.
Yeah.
Yo, didn't I ask you that?
He's all over the place. He's all over the place.
Didn't I ask you the last game? I was like, yo, what happened to Russell?
Yeah, he's all over the place, man.
Yo, he's a mess, yo. He can't make a jump shot at all to save his life. But that's not even what's like alarming to me. How many turnovers did this guy have tonight? He had to have like 6 or 7. He had 7 in the first game.
Let's see. Russell Westbrook had 8 turnovers.
So 15 turnovers in 2 games.
Bill had 6, by the way, but Westbrook had 8.
This dude throwing the ball all over the place, man.
Yeah, we got it. Well, but you know,
and then fouled out. And he fouled out.
Yeah, and he ended up fouling out. But I don't care about that. I'm never gonna complain because what the refs do to us. But it wasn't like they got him on bogus calls. He fouled out like legit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We dodged the bullet, yo. Not getting rushed.
Yeah. A few times. Well, I think we had it after. Well,
no. He said not getting rust.
Oh yeah, because I was just gonna say, I was like, yo, if we get rust, how dope that would be.
Yeah, we dodged the bullet, yo.
We dodged the bullet with these Scott. That's why I'm glad they ain't do nothing. Like if it's not gonna be like the right, we don't have nobody. First of all,
right?
Nobody wants who we got. That's always been the reality. We hoping, but when nobody wants Alfred Payton, nobody wants Reggie Bullock, nobody, what? I'm serious. Nobody wants Frank Ntilikina. You know what I'm saying? So like,
few people want him, but like
they want him in the package. They don't know who they giving us.
It's not like we want Frank, just Frank. Don't give us nobody else.
Who you want for Frank? Because that boy defense, man. But but we ain't have nobody. But if we'd have got Westbrook, that would have been exciting.
Yeah.
But looking at how he playing with somebody else, it seemed like no matter what Russell Westbrook played with, man, it's not looking good. It's starting to look like his career's over.
See, this is why. Hey, family about shout out to God of Knicks, Ricky's in the building.
Yeah,
Austin.
Ricky.
Shout out to Austin.
Yeah,
Ricky, what it do?
Yo, how you up and you ain't on the show?
Nah, see, we ain't gonna talk about that. Nah, go ahead, watch. Since you don't want to be on here, like it's fine.
I got it. I got it.
I got it. I'll take it from here. Don't worry about it.
I'll take it. Listen, we understand. Rick didn't feel like being our cousin tonight. That's really what it was. He said, "Nah,
he done backed out."
Nah, it's all good. Nah, that's cool. Nah, but what I was gonna say was my thing about these stars. Like during the summer, everybody was like, "Why wouldn't you want Russell Westbrook?" What Russell Westbrook
for $40 million a year? No, I don't want Russell Westbrook.
Yeah, but my thing wasn't mainly about the money. It was also like what he will do to your team. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the type of player he is.
I don't know if he's a buy-in type of player.
Right, yeah. He's not the kind of guy where, I mean, the problem with him is he's not a natural point guard. I mean, he's a point guard, but he's not the prototypical point guard is what I should say.
He's not the point guard we need.
Right. Well, I mean, just in general, he's a point guard in the sense that he can get you 10 assists a game and average 10 assists. But so can LeBron, and LeBron's not necessarily a point guard. You know what I mean?
He get you about 4 or 5 turnovers too.
Yeah, exactly.
And so can Julius Randle.
Right, like tonight, he had 9 assists, but he had 8 turnovers. You know what I'm saying? Like he basically evened out what he gave out. You know,
it's not a good ratio.
It's a terrible ratio. So I mean, the thing about him is not that. It was not just his contract. It's also like, all right, well, what style of basketball is he going to play? Is he going to make the smart? You know how many times he just made a move to the basket and just put the blinders on and ran and missed? And then now we're on the other team and we're scoring. How many times that would happen?
Yeah, it literally looks like he has no plan at all. Like he just out there like a freestyle rapper, but like a bad one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He just going random.
He don't even be rhyming.
Not at all, bro.
Yeah,
like he got no bars, yo.
Not at all. He's saying, look, Westbrook wouldn't fit in New York. Absolutely not. I just don't see. I don't see it. I mean, don't get me wrong. Thibs would love Westbrook just because of the style.
That's his type of player. If he didn't have Derrick Rose, he would love to have.
Yeah, that's his style of play. He'd love him. But I think the thing about Derrick Rose that's different from Westbrook, even though they're the same style of player, is Derrick Rose is not a selfish player. You know what I'm saying? And I think, and not in the terms of, he doesn't get assists, because clearly he averaged triple-double. But it's more about what type of assist does he get? He has to have the ball in his hands. He has to be, you know what I'm saying? He was the reason for it. You know what I mean? So it was just a lot that, to me, Westbrook would have done to, the team that probably wouldn't have been, conducive, I guess the word is, to winning. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. He's also one of those guys that, you can't just pass up. Also, so he's not a bum. Don't get me wrong. He's not a bum. Huh? Say it again.
Yo, I like Dre froze. I thought Dre froze for a second.
Yeah, that's what I said. What'd you say? And then he just froze it. I was like, what happened?
No. I was agreeing with you.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't saying nothing.
Yeah. But yeah, anyway. Next point. My man, Quick, came in. He hit a huge shot at a great time off the nice pick by Taj. Shout out to Taj, by the way. 10 points, 8 rebounds, I think, tonight. And he was just playing that veteran role. Solid, you know what I'm saying? Doing what you're supposed to do at that position. But yeah, man, quickly, He has 16 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. I think he had 2 threes. How many threes did Quickly have tonight? Quickly had 2 threes. He was 2 for 5 from the field. Um, my only quarrel with Quickly, and it's not huge, but it's something that's significant and would change the dynamic of the game because of how he affects the game when he's on the floor. If he would just take that mid range, like I think that would he'd average 20 a game.
His mid range is the floater.
But that's the problem.
Yeah,
He doesn't take it all the time from mid range. You know what I mean?
yeah. I think
He's
that
taking it
that's gonna be something that he gonna have to evolve that
yeah,
part of his game at some
yeah,
point because the shot is there. We talk about it all the time. You come up that screen and roll, that shot is there sometimes. He just don't like to take it.
Yeah, I don't know why. It is a little frustrating when you look at that and you're like, yo, take it's right there. And then sometimes he's just throwing up the floater from like seems like 20 feet away. It's like, dude, just shoot.
yeah.
Like you can shoot.
But tonight there was like it had to be about 5 plays where he gets past the defense and he does, that thing where he gets you on.
You get that little pause.
Back, he gets you on his back, and then he goes the opposite way. At least twice, the guy that was on his back didn't follow him. They went with the roller, and he's wide open at the 3.
Right.
I mean, at the mid range.
Right.
And it's like, all right, either he from that position, I've literally seen him wide open at the 3. He either in one instance takes a floater or he'll step back and take a 3. He never takes the mid range. There was only one time I think tonight he took the mid range, and I'm like,
he had to.
He missed it.
It's like he had to take it too because the shot clock was down.
Right. So this is what I'm saying. You got to have that in your repertoire. Just knock it down. Don't even be scared to take it. It was weird because he's a shooter. So it's like, why are you not looking at that? It was
he's immature in the sense that he's playing fun basketball when he's doing it.
Right.
He's not doing it like he's not going into like the bag yet. Like he don't really have like a deep bag. Like his bag is real shallow. He got the 3-pointer. He got free throw. Instead of trying to just take a shot, he's trying to draw the foul.
Yeah,
that's his bag. He got like a real small bag right now, so he don't really have like a whole lot of stuff.
He got the book bag. He don't got the duffel bag yet.
Yeah.
Clyde always say that the mid range game is a lost art.
Is a lost art. Yeah,
right.
Yeah, and it's crazy because Julius Randle. His mid range game is ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's why he can be as efficient as he can be. Even tonight. He couldn't hit a shot. When we went to his spot in the mid range, it was water. It didn't even touch the rim at all. You know what I mean? So it doesn't matter what kind of league it is. It's a shot you need to have in your bag. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that I was saying RJ needed to get in his bag. But especially because it looks like his bag is right now primarily just driving to the basket. But even a few times tonight where he was driving to the basket, and I'm like, he could have just easily just popped that. But it's his game right now. He's evolving. He's young, just like Quickly's young. He's actually younger than Quickly. So if Quickly's still learning, RJ got it.
I think he's the youngest player on the team.
Yeah, RJ is definitely the youngest player on the team.
RJ the youngest?
Yes.
Wow.
So I mean, to me. We just drafted Obi. He's already 22.
Yeah, but that's what Thibodeau like old rookies.
Yeah, he likes guys that can play. I don't know. Speaking of Obi, man, it's been rough tonight. What was the stats tonight? Obi had 0 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist, 11 minutes. He had a block and 2 steals.
I'm about to say he had a couple of steals.
Yeah, the steal, one of the steal plays. It was a big deal. At a perfect time, and it was almost uncharacteristic. It was like, okay, Obi, you have that in your.
And he had a nice block.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? So I think he'll come around. I'm not worried about him. It's the same thing that I say it all the time. Clay Anthony Early, and if you're a Knicks fan, you know who Clay Anthony Early is. He was a power forward coming out of college, and he was thrust into being a 2/3 in the NBA, and he had 0 moves. He literally, you would give him the ball if he wasn't running to the basket, It was 2 dribbles and he's picking it up looking for somebody to
Yeah.
pass it. Because he was a
Yep.
power forward his entire life. You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
So
who would have ever thought that Obi's defense would be ahead of his offense?
what? Are you kidding me? And that's why I'm definitely not worried. You know what I mean? Give him time.
Yeah.
I think he'll come around.
I'm willing to give him time. Big guys usually take a little longer anyway. I'm just shocked at how unprepared he looks for the league though. Like it's kind of jarring, yo. Like I didn't
He looks like
expect
a
this
kid.
at all.
But he also
really
looks like
does.
he's still learning his body because as we know, he what was he? 6'2" just 2-3 years ago?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and if you look at the development of Anthony Davis, like he got better and better every single year because he just did not know what he could do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think not on the same trajectory, obviously. We're talking about Obi Toppin versus Anthony Davis. It's a huge difference. But the athleticism is there. The IQ is there. He's a smart kid. I just think there's too much coming at him right now. Not everybody receives the information the same way. Not everybody is an RJ quickly. It takes time for guys, especially if you're a player who doesn't have the ball in your hands and has to make quick decisions all the time.
You know what he needs? He needs a good old-fashioned offseason.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's all he needs.
He's going to look back at it. He's going to look at some tapes. He's going to be like, you know what I mean? He needs that.
If I'm the Knicks, yo, I just want to get him out of this season healthy so he can have a full, healthy offseason where he could just go to work. Yeah. The worst thing that could happen is he get hurt at the end of the year and he's rehabbing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think that he looks like, again, he's not our starter. He's not in the fire like that. A lot of times, like he might not get minutes, but if they didn't have any choice but to give him minutes, I think we see a lot more we would definitely see a lot more highlights, and he'd be getting that experience. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's a big deal. Even me with my career as an electrician in the beginning, I was just like, everything was like amazing. Like you could do that, and then now it's like,
it's whatever. You do it while you're on the phone. You do it while you're not looking.
Yeah, exactly. You turn around, it's time to go home. It's like, oh, this ain't nothing. Yeah. So when he gets to that point, you know what I mean? That I think that we're gonna see, because I really feel like he's gonna be like the new Amari Stoudemire. That's the way his body looks. He looks like he could be that type of player. But I don't think he realizes that yet. He out there trying to shoot jumpers. He's hanging out in the corner. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But I guess it's also a spacing thing too with the team.
I think what I don't understand. You know what I don't understand?
What
I don't understand is that, like, when everything gets back to normal, because it's been kind of crazy with all the injuries. But even before the injuries, when this team was healthy, and him and Noel would share the court together.
Right.
And I get that part of it is that Noel can't space the floor. So I think that's one of the reasons for it. But Noel can't catch the ball. But we're using him as the role man.
Yeah.
Instead of using Obi as the role man.
So you're saying, like I said, thing.
Well, I don't think it's a coach. I think that the reason for that is because Noel can't space the floor and Obi can't. So Noel would kind of probably be in Obi's way. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah. Just because of like the same spacing issues that we have with the starting lineup, especially last year. You know what I'm saying?
Like if Noel could step out and like hit a 3 or something, I think that you would see Obi more as the role man. But because Noel is, because he played a lot of 5 at Dayton. People don't realize that.
Yeah, 5. So, not even 4. 5.
Yeah. So a lot of the times, you know, they had 4 guys around him that could shoot. And he was just rolling to the basket. And he had a hell of a point guard in Jalen Crutcher.
And he had a hell of a coach.
That too.
A hell of a coach. While we're here, real quick, show some love to the chat. My boy Dave in here. We was just to run through. Westbrook is a 1-on-5 player, absolutely, still, and it won't change. It don't look like it's changing anytime. So he's about 32 years old.
It's rough out there. It's rough out there for my man.
Yo, David is in here.
Yeah. What up, Dave? Tell him what up,
Dave. Yo, Dave be acting like I ain't never seen him on here. He just pop up when he feel like it.
Word, Ricky. Yo, word up, Ricky.
Come get a plate, Dave. Word.
Whatever Todd said to RJ, I don't know what it was. I read I read his lips when he first walked up. He said it's all right, but I don't
He
know
said,
what he said
yeah.
after that.
He said
But whatever
something.
he said, yo,
I thought he said it looked like he said it's all right. And then he
I
said
think he said, you know what he said? You know what he said?
let me
I'm
borrow
gonna get you.
$20.
You know what he said, right? He said, "I'm gonna get you right. I'm gonna get you right, kid."
Yeah. I'm gonna get you right after the game.
Yo, Fizdale's never gonna live that down, bro. You take that for data, and I'm gonna get you right. Get that man away from a microphone, bro.
Yeah, he's a sales. He was a salesman, y'all.
That's all.
He's
Yeah,
a
it's a car.
salesman.
He's a used car salesman, bro.
Word is born, yeah.
I'm gonna get you right.
I'm gonna get you right. Oh my god.
He said, "Don't worry. After you miss this one, we're gonna get you right."
He gonna get you right. Shooters need a rhythm, and if he don't feel it, he doesn't want to take it. He's talking about quickly. Yeah, definitely. Toon was talking about a terrible comparison. I know, but he knows what I'm talking about now. But he doesn't want us to compare Obi to
Cheddar Bob, Cleanthony.
Cheddar Bob. Yeah, Cheddar Bob. He shot himself in the leg. That's the Cleanthony. He didn't shoot himself in the leg. He got shot in the leg.
Oh, he got shot in the leg. All right, so we can't call him Cleanthony Burris.
No, I don't know what. First of all, that was the weirdest occurrence ever. First of all, something happened to him and it made him seem like a star. And I was like, yo, how is this happening to this dude? Like,
but Anthony got shot at the club or something?
Nah, he left the club. They surrounded his car, like dudes with masks, pulled him out, shot him in the leg. Him and his girl stole stuff. I'm like, what did you do to get all of this done to you in one night? All he did was leave. It was his birthday. He left the strip club on his birthday and get shot. Could you imagine? Was it his birthday or his girl's birthday? One of their birthday.
Yeah.
He must have been in the club wilding. He was throwing bowls in the club.
He must have been throwing bowls in the club. You probably looking at them like, you know who I am.
Nah, you ain't even got to do all that. You show up in there with bread like that, it's a wrap.
Fucking yeah, that's it.
I ever told you that story? I went to this is when I was like clubbing like years ago, me and my man Pro. And so I used to hang out. My boy used to do stand-up comedy, right? And he was trying to get me into it because we was both like the funny dudes in high school. And so I would hang out with him all the time. And he had this group of guys who used to get paid for being in like the VIP section. So we would always be in VIP section. And it was like mad fun. You stand up here, people looking at you like, who these dudes? They up in the, so I'm over there chilling. I bring my man Anthony one time. So what happened, these dudes came and paid for like half the VIP section where we were. But there was nothing to separate it. But you could see they had the table. So they had bottles. These dudes had big pieces of jewelry. I was like, yo, who are these dudes? This dude was like 7 feet tall. And so my man Pro was like, yo, and he didn't know. He grabbed a bottle and started dancing with it like this, right? And so I was like, yo, so the dude was like, yo, my man.
Pro wild like that though.
Huh?
Pro's wild like that.
Pro is like that. So he was like, yo, what's up? With the bottle still in his hand. He had the bottle still in his hand. Like, yo, what's up? They was like, yo, that's my bottle. He said, and he looked at us like, and we was like, nah, that ain't. He said, he said, damn, I ain't know. You know what I mean? And so we had that whole thing. And I remember the girls that they had with them was real regular. But I remember thinking, I was like, these dudes, if they ain't rappers and they got, they had diamonds in a bracelet. I'm turning around, I'm watching one of the Knicks games. It's like the backup center for like the Knicks. That was it. It was I said, yo, I called Pro. I was like, yo, that dude played for the Knicks that we was over there that you almost got into a fight with at the joint. And these dudes, they be flashy. Like he had all the diamonds. He had the chain.
Jerome James.
I think it was Jerome James.
Jerome James.
He was mad big.
Did he have dreads or nah?
Nah, he didn't have dreads.
All right, so it wasn't Chris Copeland.
No, it wasn't. Chris Copeland I would have known.
Yeah.
But this dude, he was a big dude. He reminded me of what's that dude that was he was overweight. I always think of him, but it ain't him. But it might have been Curry. Huh?
Eddie Curry?
Yeah. But it wasn't Eddie Curry because I'd have recognized him too.
Yeah.
But he was a big dude. And I was like, oh, that dude played for the Knicks. I don't know if I wasn't paying attention to the Knicks at the time or something like that. But I was like, yeah, that's the backup center for like the Knicks or like the third string, something like that.
Yeah.
But them dudes was in there. It wasn't one of those clubs. It wasn't in the hood. We was in Manhattan.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But if that dude with those big pieces of jewelry, dudes is watching you. They make a phone call, yo. When he come out, it's a wrap. They had the bottles of just like they had bottles they ain't even drink. They left with bottles not even. Yo, dude, just looking at you, man. You can't be rolling up in there with jewelry and all of that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we wasn't checking him out like that.
Yeah, hopefully not. You know what I'm saying?
And then Bureau's gonna shoot himself in the leg. That's what you get for putting a gun in sweatpants.
Yeah, first of all, you got
a gun in your pocket in sweatpants. You in there trying to get it out, like, you know what I mean?
He's stupid.
You hit the trigger, boom.
Yo, so
anyway, my bad.
We gonna shoot over to our last part of the show real quick. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
so
yo, we got that nice kid.
Yeah, all right. The nice kid that's already gone.
Got boings.
Nah, listen, all right. So the Knicks didn't do anything at the deadline. That's all I'm gonna say. And I'm not entirely mad about that.
They did something.
They cleared space.
Yeah, I'm about to say. They cleared space and they avoided, you know, having to buy out my man. So they saved some money there.
Flexico.
It wasn't all bad.
Right. I mean, we wanted to see Lonzo, obviously. A lot of us did. But
you know I wanted to see that.
If the interest is clearly there on both sides, which I don't doubt. I don't doubt it is, because clearly LeVar has an infatuation with his children playing in big markets. So I'm sure if he's not going back to LA, which is definitely not going back to LA, New York is probably one of those main destinations for him, especially because of what we need. But I don't know. I wanted to see something happen, but even like Macri said, Macri was saying on his post-game show, he said there must be something about this team that made them not want to make any moves to interrupt the chemistry on this roster. If you look at it, even Elfrid Payton, you know what I mean? He didn't play, but he's still an intricate part to this team. As much as we don't want him here, we want somebody else here. Yeah, these guys were included in trades. Absolutely. Most people are, whether you're good or not. But
it's like I said, though, Cat. Mm-hmm. There have been games where we needed Peyton. There was games that we would have lost if we didn't have him. Sometimes, like when these games, like the Wizards aren't a good defensive team.
No.
But when these games get
the worst team in the league, by the way.
Yeah. When these games get super physical and like one of those just drag it out games.
Yeah.
Like if Rose is not on the court, like this guy is probably your best option. Like he thrives in games like that because he's big and he's strong and he's physical and he could play in games like we see quickly in games like that. You seen quickly against the 76ers. Like he didn't look right because that team is elite defensively.
Yeah,
and they're very physical and it's not for him. Not yet. So I definitely think that's why you seen Burks in those games, right?
Yeah.
Because they kind of went with Burks as the ball handler because he's a veteran and he could deal with that kind of physical play. But yeah, there's definitely Elf has a place here.
Elf has a place here at least until the end of this year.
Yeah, he done after this year.
Yeah. It's pretty much a wrap.
But, I mean, I hope.
I don't think they wanted to. The trade that they could have made, I think the trade was on the table for them to get Lonzo. They could have grabbed Lonzo, but I think we would have had to take Bledsoe as well, and they didn't want to do that for multiple reasons. Number one, his contract is terrible, but not only is his contract, which we talked about, not only is his contract terrible, you're drafting him here. You're trading for him, and then you have he and Lonzo, which is already 2 point guards, and you already have a logjam at point guard here that you still haven't figured out. You still got, say you traded Elfrid in that trade, you still have Quickly, you still have Rose, and maybe Frank. So that's 5.
And they have a logjam.
And they have a logjam
at the guard spot. So they probably we don't want to take no guard back.
Yeah, exactly.
They trying to free up time for Kyra Lewis.
Trying to get up too.
Yeah, for Nikhil Alexander Walker, like they want to get those guys all minutes. So yeah, it's kind of a tricky trade, I think. I mean, they wanted us to take on my man's contract. They probably would have gave us a first if we would have took his contract.
Yeah, for
But I
sure.
would imagine we would have had to send a first back their way. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess that like if we could have got a first, put it like this. If I could have got Lonzo, took Bledsoe's contract, and got a first round pick without having to send one back their way, I would have done it. Because now I'm going into this 2021 draft with 3 first round picks.
Yeah.
You could do some things with that. I would have took on the Bledsoe contract.
He still has 2 more years.
I don't care.
Contract. I don't know, bro. It's hard to move.
I heard that, but I heard that the last year is like what do you say? How you say it? Yeah, it's a team option. So essentially he's an expirer next year.
No, he has the year after is the team option. So he has this year, a whole nother year, and then the team option after that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So next year he's essentially an expiring because the year after that is the team option.
He'd be a team option. Okay, yeah. True. Technically, yeah, that's right.
I think that he's only like a $3 million buyout if they wanted to go that route.
Okay.
So
I don't know. It just does a lot to your morale because you can't make any of those moves quickly. You know what I'm saying? He has to be here through all of that, and they're gonna be trying to throw him around. And that's the thing. These players know you don't want them. If we traded for Eric Bledsoe, it didn't matter how long he was here. He would know eventually he would be getting traded because we only took him because we wanted Lonzo.
Yeah.
And you kind of don't want to walk yourself into that situation.
No, you don't.
It happens a lot, especially for the locker room. You know, especially when everybody knows the guy's not going to be here. It's kind of like they don't build relationships with him because it's like, you ain't going to be here. You know what I mean? And that can actually create a worse environment than you think it would. But
yeah, because when you got, I think it might have been, I don't remember who said it. Maybe it was Macri. But when you get one guy, like right now, this whole team is all in, right?
Yeah.
Like you read the Players Tribune, the Julius Players Tribune article. Like this team is all in. They all go to the gym together. If you bring a guy in here that's doing something different, you never know if one young guy kind of gets led astray. And if one young guy gets led astray by this dude who ain't happy, then 2 guys get led astray, and you're right, man. It can really mess up the dynamic. Right now, everybody is doing the same thing, so you don't really have a choice. Like, but if you're a veteran who know that you don't belong there or that they don't want you there, why would you get off the bus and go straight to the gym?
Yeah, you're not gonna put, that effort in at all.
I feel like regardless, like not regardless of that, I just feel like with the squad we have, we go into the playoffs. That's how I feel. That's what I believe. And I didn't feel like the Knicks needed to make a trade for. I like Lonzo Ball. I don't think it would have made sense in the middle of the season anyway because we would have had to lose some players. Mm-hmm. Then you have to get this whole chemistry thing back. You know what I'm saying? And however that would have worked out with him going to gym with dudes, I don't know. But like you said, that's a big part of like a night like tonight.
Right.
When you pull out a win like that, and the dudes are comfortable, and everybody's like feeling good in that when you see them in these post games, and they're genuinely happy for each other,
right?
That's a big deal. The only person that looked like he was unhappy was Austin, who's out of here.
Yeah, he's gone, and that was the only reason why we made that trade. It was for Austin. It wasn't for us.
Yeah, definitely.
We wanted to OKC. We wanted nothing to do with Terrence Ferguson, unfortunately. Sorry, guys.
I think that I really, because you got to believe, right? Because he signed a multi-year deal. Yeah. So when he came here, I'm pretty sure that he was told that, you got a place in the rotation. So when he was out of the rotation,
he played
himself out.
Yeah, but he kind of played himself out of it too. Like he played himself out. We're gonna be honest, he was bad, yo.
He was bad.
Like he had great moments, right? Where he had but he was overall he wasn't. You just didn't know. Some nights you got nothing from him at all.
Right.
Just a lot of confusion, honestly. Some nights where he looked like he didn't know his ass from his elbow.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, but I definitely think that they made that trade because they wanted to do right by him.
Right. Yeah. And
It's just
that
good for the
it
team
was
to
it
get
was
that
it
kind of
was
energy out of there.
yeah, it was the right move. It was the right move. He came in, it was all talk. You know what I mean? And I think he really wanted to be here.
He
And
Oh
was
yeah,
my favorite Nick in the beginning.
I think yeah, he was all of our favorite, especially from the interviews. And I think the Knicks wanted him here long term too. I just don't think he could put it together here. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And sometimes it happens. Sometimes it could be the New York thing. You mean, sometimes you might get there and it's just not what you think. And he was one of the ones talking about, oh, let's bring it back to New York. And
this team is guard heavy, and we had guards that were playing better than him. It's simple as
that was
that.
that. It was
Well,
that simple.
I think that it also. I think Thibodeau made it clear what he's looking for.
Mhm.
He wants you to play defense.
Yeah.
And that wasn't Austin's strong suit.
Mhm.
Now, if you're not scoring and you're not playing defense, I can't.
And you can't be walking up the court like this every day.
With your palms up. That was his Raymond Felton. He was the new Raymond Felton.
The new Raymond,
Palms up all
Raymond
the time.
Felton was the biggest crybaby.
He was like
He walked around like this all the time.
He would always tuck it in. Like that's what that everybody else goes like this, but he'd be like, what?
He's trying to feed with you. Please,
like he begging for something.
Can I have some more, please?
Yeah, he didn't, and I thought he was going to get minutes back, but once Ntilikina got healthy, and you see Ntilikina plays good defense.
My
if
man,
he's not giving you anything, he's getting a steal.
He had donut tonight, but you knew he was out there.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And
you're gonna tell me when Brad Beal started out 3 for 3 and then went 1 for his next 10? No, 12 for his next 13. Frank had a little bit to do with that.
Yeah. Frank had a little bit, just a little bit.
Yo, by the way, before you say it, hold that thought. Mm-hmm. This game, bruh, got mad replay value. Like I'm going back to watch this.
Gosh. Oh my!
The replay value is crazy on this game,
bro. When I tell you that, I really, really want to sit here and just watch this entire thing all over again, just to piece it together, bro. Because it just didn't make sense. The kind of team that they played like in the first half versus the second half.
Crazy, man.
Also, Joe, I wanted to touch on what you said. I noticed tonight how Mitchell Robinson, remember you talked about how when he comes in, he's getting those rebounds.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, there was a moment where he grabbed like 2-3 rebounds in a row.
Yeah,
he went and got it back up.
He's a demon on the offensive glass.
Yo, bro. Like on the glass, I was like, yo, look at this dude. Like they got like 2-3 chances from him being right there in the paint, and I said that right there is a big deal because that's disheartening the team.
Right? You know what I wish though for Mitch, man. Like, I even said, if you look at the live thread, Cap, I even said that if I'm Tibbs, I'm not going back to Mitch in this game.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And that pains me to say, but some of the fouls that he picks up,
terrible.
They just kill the flow of the game. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, if you're on a run and then this guy just does some weird ass crazy foul, like away from the ball, that have you scratching your head. Like
he did that to Bradley. Bro? He did that to Bradley Beal. He bumped him out of bounds.
Yeah, you seen that?
Yeah, and it was just like, bro, why do you make these decisions at these times? I don't care how frustrated you are. That is a decision that can cost you a game because you never know when momentum could shift. Like it can happen at any point. You don't ever give someone a play that'll allow them to shift the momentum. In the game of basketball, in the game of runs, I was in here screaming. That's why I ain't got no voice. I was in there screaming my lungs out because it was just a completely different game. It was almost like my wife probably thought that the game wasn't on in the first half because I was just quiet as hell on it. You know what I'm saying? You probably wouldn't have thought I was doing anything. And then all of a sudden now I'm screaming. I had to go apologize to her because my neighbors probably hate me, bro. I was wild.
I'm a maniac too, so
yeah. I mean, we're New Yorkers, so I guess that's just what it comes with. You know what I'm saying? We're crazy. Yeah. But I mean, I that is the kind of game that I think they needed to feel for themselves, not because all right we beat a team with 2 stars, but more because we came down from 17 in the third quarter. You know what I'm saying? And then won this game, especially with Julius Randle shooting the way he was shooting the entire game. You know what I'm saying? Minus the last 5 minutes of the game we came in off the bike, but this is the kind of, especially with the way RJ was playing and
To me, this was RJ's game. Like
this is
was
RJ's game. This is his night
Yeah.
to wake up and actually
Like-
means
You got the
like
post-game interview.
Burks probably played the best. He was probably
Yes.
the best Nick tonight.
He was the best
But
Nick.
this was RJ's game. Like RJ was the one who I felt like rallied the troops tonight.
Yeah, for sure. I was punching my couch, bro. It's funny because Rick hit us in the chat at some point, and what did he say? You said what did he say? He said I just turned the game on. I knew this was happening. He said and I just could tell that he was Rick gets down on the game really hard. Like he'll see them play and he'd be like, all right, this just can't like, and I'd be like, yo, it's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right. But tonight I understood everybody feeling like that. You know what I'm saying?
Tonight was the first night where usually I'm the one that's telling people relax.
Yeah.
Tonight was the first night I was down. Yeah, I was like,
down.
yo, we're gonna lose. This game's over.
Yeah, it was. But once we came back and we tied it, I just started yelling in my house. I was like, cut the check. Like, it's over. Like, I knew this game was over. Once we got that close, I'm like, first of all, let the best defensive team back in the game.
I figured because when we got within 6, because I saw the score creeping.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw that Russell Westbrook wasn't on the floor,
Mm-hmm.
and Bill, I think both of them were off the floor at the same time. And they started to get the lead back. Then I saw they put them back in. That's when I was like, all right, let me see if we still got that momentum that carries over.
Mm-hmm.
And they kept chipping 6 points, 4 points. Then we was down like 2 points, and then they took the lead back up to 6, the Wizards.
Yeah.
They went back
And
up.
RJ hit the big corner three.
The corner three.
Made it I think 91-88, I think.
Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And then he had the N1.
Right.
Oh, yeah, versus
to make it 91-91, and then Burks hit the corner three, make it 94-91. My memory.
Yeah, he got the LeBron memory.
And we were still missing free throws when we coming back. That's when I was like, all right, we could win this game without the free throws. I mean, the only thing that scared me was that dude hit that 3 in the corner at the end of the game, like they were down 2.
Oh,
Matthews.
Yeah, I like that dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's always one of those kind of dudes who the TJ McConnell cut made dudes who just don't like the Knicks, bro.
Yo, he could really play defense though. Like it's not just the shooting. Like he could really. If you seen the way he was beating guys to the spot, like
that's how
he could really.
He picked up a couple charges like that.
Yeah, that kid gets after it, yo.
Yeah,
that kid gets after it. I'm impressed by him. I'm not gonna lie. The last 3 games that I've seen him against the Wizards, I'm impressed.
This is a game that was necessary because we need to win these games against teams like that. Like we need, because now like teams in the East just got better. Only I think the Magic just got worse. Magic is the team that nobody should lose to the Magic.
Mm-hmm.
But Chicago just got better. Miami Heat just got better. They're trying to sign LaMarcus.
Yeah,
like we need these wins because we're gonna be fighting these teams that bolstered their lineup.
Yeah, next game we play the Bucks. So
that's a Bucks next.
Yeah, I mean, and so
it Bucks. Hold on, what's the next 3? It's Bucks. Somebody else tough, and then I think is
it the 76ers again?
No,
it might be no.
Mm-mm.
It's somebody that's good though. I know that. And then we get a break. I can't remember the 3rd game either. My memory's shot right now.
Damn, hold on, let me check.
They just showed it too. During the game, they showed it.
I'm gonna look right now.
Oh yeah, the standings. Oh, I see.
We got Milwaukee,
Miami, the Bucks in Miami, and then we play.
Minnesota.
Timberwolves.
Then we play Minnesota. Yeah.
To finish off the month.
Man. All right. Just real quick. we were talking about earlier. I think it was you and I and a couple other guys. We was talking about the other teams that got better through at the deadline. We see that the Bulls made the trade for Vucevic. Now you got Zach LaVine with an All-Star, All-NBA player. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they make some moves up the Eastern Conference standings. Evan Fournier ends up on the Celtics. Victor Oladipo.
I don't think. I think that's
not.
I don't think that's.
That's
Yeah,
a wild.
I don't think that's major. Yeah.
No. Victor Oladipo on the Heat. JJ Redick on the Mavericks. Rondo to the Clippers. Lou back to the Hawks. He's going back home. You know he's going
home.
I don't think
that's kind of far. I feel like I kind of feel bad for him.
Nah, he hasn't been playing up to par.
Yeah, he hasn't really been a factor. It seems like over there.
It's a business. You know how he knows how it is. He's been in here long enough to know it.
Yeah, he finally looked like he's starting the age starting to catch up a little bit. I mean, he's only 32, but
I think he's letting the age catch up now. Like before, he was like running from it. Now he's like, you know what? Maybe I'm a vet. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I thought that having like 4 girlfriends was gonna keep him young forever, though. You know, but
I don't know nothing about that.
So yeah, sometimes it depends on the person. It depends on the guy. I guess.
I wouldn't doubt
it. Right? Like Malik Beasley. Rondo to the Clippers, like you said.
But his girlfriends know about each other though. That's the difference.
Who? There you go.
Oh yeah, Lou Williams. Yeah, that's
why they call him Sweet Lou.
That's why Sweet
Malik. lemon pepper Lou.
Yeah, bro. He got in trouble for that. He was
what do you do with the lemon pepper? What's that?
Nah, you don't know that he got a strip club named after him.
Oh yeah, I think I did.
He went and got some wings over there. No. He was at a strip club and they had some wings named after him. So he went to go get the wings or something like that. Something lemon pepper wings.
And he ended up in the health and safety protocol.
And health and safety protocol. So because he was trying to go get some wings.
Yeah, he gonna be in health and safety protocols in 2 weeks, bro. Watch.
Yeah, right away. He's like, I'm on a hawk.
You in Chocolate City, bro? What?
Say no more. Aaron Gordon to the Nuggets. George Hill to the Sixers, which was Norman Powell to the Blazers. I think that's an underrated move, and I think that's a move I think that the Blazers really, really have been looking for how many years? You know what I'm saying? Just help. Significant help, and then not somebody who's over the hill, not someone who someone else didn't want. They actually got someone that a lot of teams in the league want. While he was,
they get Nurkic back,
and they get Nurkic back tomorrow. Yeah, so you add in Norman Powell. I don't know what position he plays. He might play the 3. I guess he does play a little bit bigger than what he is. He's only 6'4".
You know what they'll do though, bro? They'll do the same thing that they was doing with Gary Trent, where they had 3 guards out there.
Yeah, and I think that'll be good for them because he's a spot-up guy and he plays defense well. He basically does exactly what Gary Trent does, just better.
You say, and he plays bigger than 6'4".
And he plays better, and he definitely plays bigger than 6'4". He doesn't play like his size. That's why
he don't even look 6'4".
Yeah, I thought he was 6'7". Yeah.
Me too.
So I was like 6'4", and I'm like, I guess. But yeah, he's on the Blazers. Hopefully that makes it, and I know they've been wanting to make a move, and they made a move at the deadline. That was super rare. That actually helped them. JaVale McGee, besides for the Nurkic trade, I think that happened. I think that was around the same time that Jokic started turning up, and they got rid of Nurkic right away.
I heard the Bulls got Tice. How'd that happen?
They traded him.
So who did they trade to the Celtics?
Let's see. Daniel Tice trade.
Because I'm shocked the Celtics would trade Tice, yo.
Yeah, he just hit the game. He just hit the game winner last night from 3, and then you untrade him the next day. That's crazy.
Yeah, but
he's good looking.
They traded him to the Bulls for Mo Wagner.
They were like, good looking.
I don't know about that, yo. That sounds crazy to me.
They were talking about it on.
I didn't even know. I thought Mo Wagner's on the Bulls.
Yeah.
Wow. I thought he was on the Wizards.
He was.
Yo, the league comes at you fast, bro.
Word, bro. I didn't even know he was over there.
The league comes at you fast.
The last one was JaVale McGee to the Nuggets, and the actual last one was Nemanja Bjelica. I know Bjelica. He's on the Heat. So
So they got him to. They basically got him to replace Olenek.
Yeah, because they gave up. All right, we're gonna talk about it real quick. The only trade on here that pisses me off is, and it only pisses me off. Honestly, it's not a bad trade. It's not a bad trade. It only bothers me because I feel like we could have offered Houston a little bit more for Victor Oladipo. But then again, did we really need Oladipo? Probably not.
I don't think so.
Yeah, probably not. They traded Victor Oladipo for Kelly Olynyk and Avery Bradley. From what I understand, Avery Bradley didn't even play half the season. So, and then Kelly Olynyk comes off your bench. Like, what is this guy's value? And it was a pick swap. A swap. Not they didn't get a pick. It's a swap. So
that trade made me scratch my head.
So I'm like, well, even if we could have gave you nothing for Victor Oladipo if that was the case. And that's the only way. Like, we didn't need him, but if we can get him for basically nothing, especially for a bunch of guys that we're not playing, I'll take it.
Yeah, I promise you this though, bro. We would have never got him for that. We would have never got him for that price, bro.
I'm sure they tried.
I always tell you about the New York tax, yo.
Yeah. What'd
you
say,
a New York team?
Well, I was gonna say it probably something to be said if Victor Oladipo said he wanted to go to Miami.
Yeah, which is possible. I think that could have had something to do with it. I mean,
well, he was big on Miami. We've been hearing that for weeks now.
Yeah, he's been talking for a while trying to get to Miami. So,
but also, pardon me. I just don't know how much Houston would take a hit in a trade to benefit the player more than themselves.
Yeah.
So I feel like maybe that was just the trade that interested them more. I feel like they probably felt like they could have got more out of Kelly Olynyk and Avery Bradley instead of Kevin Knox and Frank Ntilikina, which I'm sure you probably would at this point. So I mean, but
I guess, but what's the shelf life on those guys?
Well, no, I think it was really we didn't want to give up a first, and I think they were going to try to get a first out of us because we got to pay the tax. Yeah, because we got to pay that New York tax. Exactly.
You got to pay it, bro.
Shit is annoying. But that's it. I don't want to run y'all too long. It's getting very, very late. It's almost 12 o'clock. Great game, of course. Great vibes. We probably wouldn't have been on here as long if we lost the game. Especially,
I'd have been sick.
I'd have been sick. Like, matter of fact, you hit me in the chat. You thought it was you hit me in the chat before the game. You thought you was gonna be on here mad, but thank God it didn't happen like that. You know what I'm saying, like that. But that's all we got. We play the Bucks. When did we play the Bucks? Double check that. We played the Bucks on Saturday. We're 23-22. I'm gonna look at that number as long as I possibly can because it probably will change on.
But let me. What spot we in right now? We in 6th.
We in the 6th. Well, we should be in the 5th spot. Yes, we're in the 5th spot right now. We're in the 5th spot. We're half a game ahead of the Hawks, and we're tied with the Hornets in games back. But the Hornets are 22-21. We're 23-22. They're 4th. We're 5th. Bro, we're right out of the top 3. How the hell? And all right, so if you look at the teams that did get better, the Heat, we already expected them to leapfrog us at some point during this season.
Big game against them coming up.
The Celtics, did they really get better with Evan Fournier? I don't know. I'm still not worried about the Celtics. They're not who I expected them to be this year. Pacers, I'm not worried about. Hawks, I'm not worried about.
The Hawks been hot, man. Like red hot.
Not worried about
Nate McMillan, bro.
Still not worried about that.
Not worried
the
about
Hawks don't scare me. I feel like the Nets scare me. The 76ers scare me. A healthy 76ers.
Yeah, but do you know that I don't know the numbers, but bro, the percentages on Trae Young's shots this year are atrocious.
They are.
It's very, very, very.
Yo, a few guys are having terrible, like even John Morant, yo.
Yeah,
like,
he's shooting very bad.
Is he like 28% from 3? Like it's rough out there.
But he ain't a 3-point shooter though, is he? That's
but last year he actually shot it like adequately.
But I also thought that was an anomaly because he's not a 3-point shooter. Which is so. I think what he's doing now is he's falling back down to earth.
more in line with the If that's,
well, he probably would. This is probably what
Bro.
he's probably gonna hover around 28 to 30% from three.
That's rough.
I mean, it's not
I hope not for his career. That's
not for his career.
All of a sudden, because if that's what he's gonna shoot for his career, all of a sudden, he ain't that good.
But let's not do it. Let's not do it because you already know how fast we want to go there. Let's not do it. Let's not do it yet. We got a long way to go. Before we go there. You know we want to have that.
You know where that was going.
I already know where you're going. Let's not go there yet. We want to have that conversation so bad. Let's give it. I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable giving it another year before we have that conversation. You know what I'm saying? One more year. But Ja, we on your ass. That's all I'm saying. We on your ass.
Just leave it at that.
We leave it at that. We in 5th seed. We got the Bucks on Saturday.
We the 5th seed.
We the 5th seed.
We in 5 right now.
We in 5th, right? 5th, man. That's why Rick just said we were just in 7th. That's crazy. So we're at a 5th seed right now, and we're only a game over 500. So, and it's crazy because the drop off from the top 3 to the rest of the Eastern Conference is crazy.
Wow, bro.
The Nets are the Nets and the Bucks are both a game and a half back from the Sixers, and the Hornets are the closest to the Nets at 8.5 back, and we're tied with them.
I just want the Knicks to go on a 10-game winning streak.
Not in this half.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like if we do that just changes the whole narrative. It's a wrap.
We do gotta start putting some games together though. I agree with that. Like this win one, lose one is
even if it's 2-1 every now and then. Like I'll take that. But we can't string together multiple losses anymore. It just can't happen. You know what I'm saying? We just can't lose multiple games in a row. But that's all we got. We shall see you guys on Saturday.
Yeah.
I don't know what time this game ends. Hopefully we can since the the playing field is even now, they don't have to get us back for spanking them about 20 points. Maybe we'll have a
maybe
we'll have a real game this time. They won't beat us up. But that's all we got. You guys got any other points you want to hit?
Same thing I always say, yo. Appreciate what you guys do for the fans, by the fans, the grassroots. Knicks movement is crazy out here.
Crazy,
right? We got our own media out here. You feel me? Because can't nobody cover us the right way, so we got to do it ourselves. So appreciate you guys, man. Keep it up. Thank you,
bro.
I went to pick up my car today. They had my car at the shop for like 2 weeks. I mean, I'm sorry, 2 months. I go in there and I'm wearing my Knicks hat. And this dude talk about Knicks fans, everybody wearing Knicks hats now. And I'm looking at this dude like,
you've been wearing Knicks.
Yeah, like, come on, B. You don't even know me act like I just popped up wearing a Knicks hat all over.
First of all, and it's crazy because especially in New York, I know the fans ain't changed. So you're gonna sit here and say, "Oh, now y'all want to wear hats?" Like, because the conversation just last year was, "Oh, why are you wearing that hat?" So don't give me now. Oh, now you're wearing a hat because you was trashing it last year for wearing a hat. You know what I'm saying?
And he talking about he was a Scottie Pippen fan. I'm like, I hear you.
When I flew out to Charlotte, a couple years ago, remember I was out there?
Yeah.
So I was on my way to. I parked my car at the Hilton. I always park my car at the Hilton in Newark.
Yeah.
So I parked my car at the Hilton. I go to the desk. I'm nicked out, bruh. Fully nicked out.
Oh, yeah.
The lady like, you must be very patient. And I'm like, man, we coming, yo. We coming.
I said, I'm not patient enough for you to hurry up and give me my ticket. You talking all that?
Not patient. I'll show you patience. Give me my ticket, man. Yo, that's crazy. But yeah, man, we're gonna come up this year. Is the start of it. Hopefully, we keep the guys that we got. I like the regime, the staff that we have, which we might not have for long.
Whew.
They're coming after everybody, bro.
They coming. They want to break up. They trying to break it up. They don't like to see it, bro.
They don't like to see it. Kenny Payne, Johnny Bryant, and now Mike Woodson. So I'm like,
and Woody
Woodson, bro.
Who tried to give Woody a head coaching job? Nobody wanted to give Woody a head coaching job.
So supposedly Indiana or some. I don't know. Bro.
Get out of here, yo. But he is from Indiana, though.
I know. That's why it's like, whatever, bro. Let us be grateful a little bit. You know what I mean?
Damn, that's it, yo.
Let us be great. Now they want to tear everybody out of the front office. We ain't even been in for a whole year yet.
Yeah.
But whatever. That's how it is in leagues and in sports. That's why no one can stay at the top for a while, because it takes to keep everyone together. Those contracts never align. If you brought in staff and players all at the same time, it'd be a completely different thing. But sometimes things overlap, and that's just how the cookie crumbles. But
hey, really quick before we go, we're gonna pick somebody up. We're gonna pick somebody up off the
the waiver.
It's looking like, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I won't be surprised if we get Andre Drummond. And
it's not happening.
As much as I'm gonna be honest with you, as much as I'm not like wanting it, there's some fans that's like want it more.
I want it.
Yeah, I know.
Why would he choose? Why would he choose here?
Because
he could choose anywhere he want to go.
Because he's from New York.
He is from here, but I just don't. He don't really seem like the type of dude that care that he's from here, though. If that makes sense.
You look at a team from where he was with Detroit. And Detroit was never winning. He went to Cleveland. They not winning. Like, coming to New York is a step up. Like, where else is he gonna go where they need a center?
He could go to the Lakers.
Those are the only two teams.
That's true. He could go to the Lakers too.
The report came out is that the only two teams that he has been rumored to go to were the Lakers and the Knicks.
Here's my thing. Cleveland just got rid of JaVale McGee. I'm like, why'd they get rid of both of their centers? Like,
and then
because they got Jared Allen.
And then just yesterday, Kevin Love said that he want to leave. I'm like, oh, after
we can't. I was gonna say, we can't sign him. No.
You know, more than anything, after 2 years, you decide you want to play basketball again, and then you want to ask for a trade. No, I'm good. Because he played, he came back and played one game and then left after 10 minutes because of a calf injury.
So he's the most injured player like in NBA history.
Bro, I don't know how long that man was allowed to steal company time, but he has the ultimate green light over there, bro. He has the hall pass for days. He don't gotta work.
That's what happens when your last name is Love.
That's a fact. I guess that's what it is. But he's gonna be on the move. Clearly, he's gonna get bought out because they asked for a trade, and he's gonna ask for a trade on the day before the trade deadline.
I don't know who picking him up.
He's getting dropped. He's gonna get dropped, just like everybody else over there. So we'll see what happens.
Drummond,
huh?
I take Drummond, bolster up that center position, depending on the game.
I think it adds. I think it helps us if you want to win. If you want to just 2K it and throw some talent on the team, but chemistry, it doesn't work because you have to shift too many things around.
We'll see.
You'd have to literally take minutes away from either Taj or completely. I mean, Taj or Noel.
I don't care if you take minutes away from Taj.
I mean, I don't mind not having.
I don't think Taj cares. That's the great thing about having Taj. Yeah,
I don't think Taj cares. But I mean, you're gonna be playing him. Unfortunately, he's a better player than Mitchell Robinson offensively. Sometimes that just may be enough for him to play more minutes than Mitch, and we don't need.
Taj is a better player offensively than Mitchell Robinson.
Andre Drummond.
I was tripping. All right, because I'm like, what?
Yeah, we got to get you out of here. You tired, G?
Nah, that's what it sounded like you said.
Nah, well, if I said that, I meant to say Andre Drummond. Andre Drummond is absolutely a better offensive player than Mitchell Robinson, but I don't think that's enough to start.
Based on the situation, that could be a really good thing.
if they can make it work. Like I said, morale is huge. You see
Right.
how much they love this team. You see how much they want the chemistry to stay together. If they can find a way to put him on his team and it doesn't bother someone else because they feel like their role is changing, then by any means, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? I don't doubt that he wants to come here now, simply not only because he's from New York, but also because we're actually a good team. You know what I'm saying? But I think Chris Herring wrote an article, which I do have to go and read. I kind of feel like I know where it's going, but it says Andre Drummond, he was decided to be sat by a team. He was one of the best rebounders in the league. And he also looked at all of the best offensive and defensive rebounding teams in the league, and all of them are way outside of the playoff race. So I kind of want to read into that and see what it's about, because as we know, the main thing about Andre Drummond is he grabs rebounds. He doesn't do anything else great.
He's a vacuum.
Yeah, he grabs every board that he possibly can. It's just about what he does before and after that. So
That dude sucks up every rebound, man.
yeah. So yeah, we'll see. We'll be back for the last time. I'm gonna say peace out, y'all. Y'all have a good one. Knicks fans, y'all stay on. We'll see y'all.